Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Japanese for Beginners. I'm Sean from Language Accountability, and I'm very happy to see you guys back in a new episode. In our last two episodes, we talked mostly about vocabulary, new vocabulary, right? In this episode, in this third episode, we're going to connect those vocabulary and make a sentence from it. It's going to be a really interesting show, so buckle up, guys. Before we start, I want to do a quick review, but before we even do that, please hit the subscribe button. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any videos, any upcoming videos. Alright, so let's do a quick review. In that last video, we learned how to say welcome back when someone came home from wherever. How do you say welcome back in Japanese? We don't say it in English so much, we just say hi. How do you say it in Japanese? You're right, we say okaeri. Okaeri. Number 2. What does itadakimasu mean? Comment below if you know the answer. Itadakimasu. Yes, we say it when we start eating. We're like that. Itadakimasu. We show, by saying itadakimasu, we show appreciation to the food, to the farmers who made the rice for us, you know, people who prepared the meal for you. It might be your wife, your mom, your dad, your brother, whoever you want to appreciate. You can say itadakimasu. Japanese people say it every time they have a meal. Itadakimasu. Alright. How do you say excuse me in Japanese? It's getting tricky. We say sumimasen, sumimasen. Ah, sumimasen. Kind of calling someone. You can just say sumimasen. Alright. Let's start with that was our review, and let's move on to our what we're going to study today. So, what I'm going to teach you from now is a very important, fundamental part of Japanese, the language, right? And I want you to remember this, because without this, we really cannot move on to anything else. This is that important. So, when you want to say this is something, when you want to express something, actually, before we start, we learn how to say your name, right? For me, Shon desu. For Sarah, Sara desu. Right? In Japanese, when we want to express, when we want to point at something and say this is something, we use korewa and desu. So, if you add korewa plus desu, it becomes this is. If you want to say this is coffee, you just say korewa kohi desu. You can use it with people too. Korewa shon desu. Although I'm going to explain in another episode, you really don't want to say korewa to a person because it's not a thing. In general, you can say to a friend, korewa shon desu, korewa sara desu. Alright, so because we know that, I'm going to teach you 3 words. The word for car is kuruma. Kuruma. Let's pronounce it a little bit. Kuruma. Say it out loud, right? Kuruma. The word for train is densha. Densha. Bicycle in Japanese is jitensha. So guys, I want you to comment below if you know the answer. I'm going to ask you a question right now, alright? So, comment below if you know the answer. How do you say this is a bicycle? The answer is, you already know the answer, it's これは自転車です。これは自転車です。Again guys, remember, これは something this makes it this is something. これは車です。Alright guys, if you're keeping up, that's an A+. Alright, so let's imagine for a second that you're going into an office for a job interview. The person there asks you, how'd you get here? It might be by car, it might be by train. How would you say to that person, I came by car? Simple phrase, you already know how to do it. We say, 車です。車です。In this 10 video series, I'm going to teach you new vocabulary, but I'm also going to mix a little bit of stuff that we learned in our previous episodes. So guys, you actually responded by saying, 車です。And let's imagine that you actually made a mistake. You were a little bit nervous at the job interview and you made a mistake. You want to correct what you said. You want to tell the person, snap, no, I came by train. How do you do that? You know how to say, oh, sorry. How do you say sorry? I came by train. Sorry, it's very common to say this in Japanese. We actually learned it. We did it in our review today, so you should know how to say it. Alright guys, the way to say it is ごめんなさい。電車です. You can also say, oh, I made a mistake. When you want to say, oh, that snap sound is ah in Japanese. So you can say, ah, ごめんなさい。電車です. You walk in a room, the person, the interviewer asks you, how'd you get here? You say, 車です. And you notice, oh, I made a mistake. No. Oh, sorry. I came by train. You just say, ah, ごめんなさい. Ah, ごめんなさい. 電車です. All right, that was our first important lesson of the day, and the next thing that we're going to learn is very important as well. So, new vocabulary. The word for water is mizu. Mizu. Now you know how to say this is water. We simply say これは水です. So, I'm going to move on to a very important part that I was going to talk about a minute ago, and that's asking what something is. Guys, we know how to point to something and say this is water. これは水です. However, we don't know how to ask if it's water, ask if it's a car, ask if it's a bicycle. So let's imagine that a person invited you to a party. At the party, he's pouring something for you. It looks like a drink. It kind of looks like water. It could be sparkling water. It could be water. You just don't know what it is. And when you want to ask this person, is this water? Comment below if you know the answer. How would you do that? This is very important. It's also very easy to learn. When you want to ask something, you just put ka at the end, and that becomes a question. In English, we change this is water to is this water. You kind of swap it. You make it is this water instead of this is water. In Japanese, you don't switch anything, you don't mix anything, you just put a ka at the end. So, when you want to ask the person if this is water, you just say これは水ですか? It's very easy, right? So this is our second important thing that we learned today, is how to ask a question. Now, I want to do a quiz of the day today. This is a cognate. It is very easy to guess and learn. So I want you to comment below, how do you ask a person if this is black coffee? Let's imagine you're at a party or something again, and you just wanted a coffee, but you didn't know if it was coffee with, was milk or sugar in it. You don't know what was in it. You just want to know if it's black coffee. How do you say that? Comment below, guys, if you know the answer. I'm gonna wait 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, the answer is これはブラックコーヒーですか? Because if you want to point at the coffee and say this is black coffee, you just say これはコーヒーです. これはブラックコーヒーです. If you want to make it a question, you add a か to it. これはブラックコーヒーですか? Very easy, right? All right. Question number 2. If you're with a person with a car and you want to know the maker, the brand, what company made that car, you want to ask the person, is this a Toyota? How do you say that? Comment, guys, comment below if you know the answer right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, the answer is これはトヨタですか? すいません、これはトヨタですか? That's the way to do it. So guys, we learned 2 very important things today. We learned how to say this is. You use これは and this. If you want to make that a question, this is lesson number 2. This was add a か to that. So これは whatever this か. Those are 2 very important, extremely important things that we learned today. So guys, please remember, watch this video over and over with your friends, coworkers, with anyone who's learning Japanese, and visit our website as well. There's a link below. We can start learning Japanese. I can assign you a teacher as well if you want one-on-one lessons. So please visit our link below at languageaccountability.com. So guys, if you liked the video, please subscribe, and I will see you soon in our next video. Alright guys, bye bye.